best wishes to all of you on 8th March, the International Women's Day. I'm Sulajja Firodia Motwani, the Vice Chairperson of Kinetic Engineering and Managing Director of Kinetic Green Energy. I'm very happy to be here talking to all of you. And first of all, I would like to wish Dr. Rajesh Sarvadnya and his entire team, felicitate them and congratulate them on this great initiative of Vivekananda Youth Connect. I think it's an amazing initiative. It's an exemplary initiative where it is combining two great forces, the youth energy, enthusiasm and spirituality. And these kind of forces, when they come together and they blend with each other, can create amazing inspiration and can lead to transformation of lives of millions of today's youth. So I believe it's a very great initiative, and I would like to wish him and all of you very best for participating in this initiative. I also believe very strongly that Swami Vivekananda is an amazing youth icon that he has selected to connect to the youth. Few of us know about his work. Honestly, even I really got once again exposed to his work through Dr. Rajesh, and I'm very impressed, and it made me realize that in such an early time, in the late 1800s, the kind of values he preached of globalism, of education, of women power, and the kind of methods he used to bring Hinduism and Vedanta and yoga teachings to the world, to the West, were really ahead of their time. And that makes him one of the greatest leaders of our times. The fact that also he achieved a great success and prominence at a very young age also makes him a great youth icon. And not many people can achieve that at such a young age, what he did. So I think the choice of the leader, the choice of the teachings, the choice of the philosophy to really reconnect our youth with our great past is a wonderful, wonderful thought. And I once again wish you all of you very best. And I think it's great that you are part of this initiative. Dr. Rajesh has asked me that today is International Women's Day, and if I can take a few minutes to really share my thoughts, especially with the young women of today, and how their dreams can become a reality. What they can do to really understand what are the opportunities ahead of them, what are the difficulties that they could face, and whether from my life experiences I can give them some tips on what they can do to overcome these difficulties or how they can embrace the opportunities. And I'm very happy to do that. I'm very happy to be talking to all of you on International Women's Day. Every year I do take time out on this day to speak to young women, whether it's in colleges or in corporate organizations or foundations or associations, and do my best to really contribute to creating many, many young successful women in the coming times. So I hope that this interaction is useful to you. Now let's talk about International Women's Day, and let's talk about the condition of women. You know, there are many people look at things glass half full versus glass half empty. And I'm of the firm opinion that, you know, the times are good for women today, especially when compared to our past. We have to realize that the International Women's Day is celebrated in order to recognize the contributions made by the women of the past to help us reach where we have. And we really have crossed a lot of distance. Few dozen years ago, women were struggling to vote. Few dozen years ago, they were struggling for basic equality. But we have come a long way. We have really crossed the basic hurdles. Over the last 20 years, women have also made many strides at workplaces. First, they had to struggle even to be part of the workforce. We have come ahead of that challenge as well. We went through many other challenges like sexual harassment and many factors that were really curbing the growth of women, their ability to contribute to the society and to really become good professionals. But I think you have to realize that the efforts made by our predecessors have allowed us to overcome these difficulties. And today where we are, especially urban women, let's talk about that, because the condition of rural women in India still remains very poor. And they have to really fight many, many more battles than we in the cities are currently faced with. They're struggling for basic, I would say, existence. And there are too many forces that they are affecting their ability to live a normal and happy life. But compared to the rural women, us urban women today who are fortunate to have education, who are fortunate to be in a society which is progressive, I think we have to thank and count our blessings. So I would like to say that the the world is at our feet today, and we have many opportunities that we can tap. And this is thanks to the efforts made by women before us, and on this International Women's Day, we should really thank them for their contribution to make our lives a bit easier and make our future a little brighter. So on that note, I would like to tell you that you should definitely feel proud and strong that if you have dreams, you today have the ability and the environment to achieve these dreams, to achieve your goals, to realize your potential. Then what's holding us back? What should we do as young women to come forward and achieve our dreams? We all know that women do very well in schools, always the toppers in ICSE or SSC and 12th and even degrees are women. That means they have the intelligence, they have the capability, they have the ability to work hard and excel. Then what happens when we enter the workplaces? Why do we fall behind compared to our counterparts? And what can we do? And here I would like to say to you that, first of all, it's about you, yourself and your beliefs. It is very easy to find reasons and other external factors and say, okay, I could not do this, I could not that because of this and that and that. But I think most important thing is that you should believe in yourselves and should have a dream, you should have a purpose. If you have conviction in your dreams, if you have a goal, if you have a purpose, if you are determined to achieve that, then definitely you have the ability to overcome the factors that constrain you. I'm not saying there are no difficulties, I'm not saying there are no problems, but first you must have the conviction and determination that no, I want to make it happen, I want to achieve my goals, I want to realize my dreams, and I will find solutions to the problems that come my way, because every problem has a solution. So your success first begins with you, and realize that if you do what it takes, then solutions will come, doors will open, path will emerge. So the most important ingredient to your success is your self-belief, is your dream, your conviction in yourself. So please realize your strength in making your dreams happen. It's not your husband's, it's not your father's, it's not your boss, it's you who will first be the most important ingredient in making your dreams come true. That's number one. Number two is hard work. There is no shortcut to hard work even today. We see many success stories and we feel that it's been very easy for many people, but believe me, no successful person has had it easy. If someone got easy success, it will also go away quickly. So everything that dazzles is because there is an inner glow, because there is effort and hard work that's gone behind it. When there's a competition between success and hard work and talent, it is hard work that will win. So first, believe in yourself, have a dream, you are most important. Second is be committed to working hard. Just because you're a woman, don't expect concessions. Just because you're a woman, don't expect that you have to work less hard than men. Don't expect that you should be given too many concessions, as I said before. Realize that you have to work as hard as your male counterparts. You have to be as committed a professional as they are, and that's the second most thing in your success. If you have these two ingredients, once again success will come knocking at your door much more easier than if you allow situation to bog you down and if you do not put in the required hard work. So these are the two most important things, and these are in your control. You do not need the environment to make them successful. So once you have these two, then I would like to give you some suggestions on how you can apply your abilities and your conviction to succeed. Now there are 2-3 ways that women today can achieve their goals, can have a great profession. One of course is entrepreneurship, and I met many young women who are very keen to have their own businesses, who ask me, ma'am, how can we start this business, how can we succeed in our business, how do we find the right thing to do. And here I would tell you that today India is brimming with opportunities for entrepreneurship. India today is really standing at a very interesting path, an interesting milestone in its future, in its history and in its ability to become a superpower. I think that the next 10 to 15 years could be very good years for India, and given the right economic impetus, there is nothing that's holding us back. I'm sure you've heard all the stories about India having the demographic dividend, and it's true, it's not just numbers. It's true that India will be a superpower because of its youth, because we will have the largest number of young, able, capable people in the world. Other economies are aging. Japan is aging, West is aging, even China has begun to age. But we are young, we are strong, We are powerful, and that I think is the biggest ingredient that's going for India. The second thing is that we have a long way to grow. If other economies have already industrialized, they have already developed good infrastructure, so they have reached a kind of a saturation point. But we have a long way to go, and therefore the right time for anyone to benefit from this economic growth that the country is poised for is people who are there at the right time. So you are there at the right time, at the right place, when the country is growing, when infrastructure is being created, when new jobs are being created, when India is being supported by the world to realize its potential. So I think the times are good. We have the energy, we have the potential, and you should therefore look for opportunities which you can tap from. Here I'll just give you two suggestions. One is do what you love, do what you enjoy, and it's a very old saying, but if you do what you love, you will not have to work a single day in your life. I absolutely love my job. I love going to work every day in the morning. I never think of my work as a burden. I enjoy creating value, I enjoy creating employment, I enjoy making products which are on the roads. Kinetic's dream is to be in every home. A Kinetic in every home is our dream, and I really love that thought, and I live it every day. So if you enjoy what you do, I think you will really be able to sustain the challenges that come with challenge of entrepreneurship. Secondly, think about what's happening around you. When you choose a profession, think about what's happening in the economy, think about the macro picture. And they say what's good for the society is good for you. If you participate in what's the growth areas that are needed by the society, you'll do something good for the society, and you'll do something good for yourself as well. So today the themes in India are infrastructure. We are creating new cities, we are creating new roads, we are creating new ports. Infrastructure is a great area. Services is a great area. Young people are growing, they're looking for convenience, they're looking for services. That's an amazing area to be in, all kinds of services. Innovation, healthcare, education are very interesting areas. Social entrepreneurship is very interesting. So there are many fields which are coming, but the theme should be what's good for India. Where is India growing? India needs to grow in rural areas, there is opportunity there. India needs to grow in infrastructure, there is opportunity there. India needs innovation, we have brains, there is opportunity there. So think about what's good for India, and that could be good for you. So these are the two very broad thoughts. Third is, if you want to be an entrepreneur, don't try to be an entrepreneur on day one. When you come out of your education, definitely get experience. I, for example, though I had a family business I could really leverage from, still I chose to work in the US for several years, get experience, get exposure before I came and got into entrepreneurship. If you work, you'll meet people, you'll build a network, you'll collaborate, you'll understand how things work, and you're less likely to make mistakes when you start a business. So don't be in a hurry, get experience. Also try to find friends or colleagues who you can team up with in order to start a business. It's not easy to start a business, it's not easy to build a business, it needs a lot of effort, a lot of resources. So if you are together with like-minded people, you'll have more strength and more ability to succeed. So these are few of my inputs. If you are looking at entrepreneurship, it's a great time to be an entrepreneur, and by all means, if you are committed to it, you can make it happen. You also have the option of joining a workplace, be a professional, and there also there is good news that women are making strides at organizations, corporations of all kinds. People are recognizing women as an important part of talent pool in urban India. Here I would just say 2-3 things to you, that one is, choose your company wisely. You cannot always swim upstream. If you choose a company that is not promoting women, that is not really supporting women, or doesn't have the culture where women can grow and strive, why do you want to be in such a company? Look for an organization where you can grow, where you can breathe easy, where women are growing, where the management is supporting women to reach the top. So don't swim upstream. Choose the right organization, choose also the right profession where you think you can succeed. And then third, as I said before, do not expect concessions. You have to work hard. You cannot expect to work less or be weak. You have to be strong and committed. When it is in fact time that you need to give up, which is when you get married or when you have a child, my message to you is, do not give up. That's the time that you have to hang in there. If you cannot thrive, then survive. But do not quit your job. Do not allow those 5-10 years of your youth to go away, because then it's very hard to come back into your workplace. That's the time when you need to find solutions, support from your family, support from the society, from the organization to stay in your careers. Many women start off, they work for 4-5 years, but then they take a 10-year break. Then it's very difficult to come back. So no matter how difficult, if you're serious about your profession, your career, that's the time when you need to find solutions. You need to stay committed. If you give up then because of whatever ABC constraints or reasons, it may be difficult for you. It may not be impossible. Women have come back into workplace after 10 years, but it's difficult, especially today when there's more competition, there is more speed at which business moves. It's hard to come back and join the bandwagon. So stay committed, don't give up on your dreams, believe in yourself, get support from your environment, family, your relatives, and just stay committed to your job, don't give up your job. So that's my input to you if you are looking to build a profession and organization. Third is, don't be shy. You have to market yourself, let people know you're doing a good job, be always very pleasant, be very positive, and get yourself noticed. Now lastly, the question I'm always asked, when we are Indian women, we have many demands on our time and expectations from the family of being a good wife and a good mother and a good bahu and a good sister-in-law and a good sister. Too many roles we play. How do we balance all that with our careers? How do we do all of that and still succeed in our professions? Here my simple tip to all of you is that do not try to be super women. We all women want to be good at everything. We want to be best wives, best mothers, best CEOs. We want to be best in everything that we do, but that's not possible to do on your own. And though people like to call women like me super moms and super women, I would like to urge you to think that we are not super moms and super women. We can succeed only because we've realized that we cannot be super moms and super women. So that's a fallacy. The only way you can succeed is be realistic. Recognize that you also have 24 hours in a day, you do not have 240 hours in a day. So by all means, realize that you will not be best at everything. Prioritize. If motherhood is important to me, I spend most of my time in motherhood other than my profession. I give up on trying to be a good friend and a good socialista and all of that. I prioritize. Similarly, recognize that you need support from your family. Ideally, if you can, please marry a person who understands your dreams. And if you have married a person who doesn't understand them on day one, make him understand them over a period of time. Talk to your families, get support from your in-laws, from your parents, from your moms, to be able to balance all the challenges. Do not try to do everything yourself. Do not try to be a super mom, a super woman. Some days you'll still feel guilty, you'll still feel the burdens, you'll not feel that you're good enough, but that's okay. That's part of day-to-day lives. At the back of your mind, have a long-term goal that I want to be a successful professional, I want to contribute to the society, I don't want to give up on my dreams, and then slowly things will fall into place. So this is really my message to all the young women out there. Your success is in your hands. The most important ingredient in your success is you and you and you. If you decide not to give up, nobody can make you give up. There will be difficulties along the way, you can find solutions. Choose wisely, act wisely, make the right choices, and even if you make mistakes, it's okay, you can always pick up the pieces and move on. As long as you have a long-term goal and you have a long-term vision, and believe me, it's great to live with a purpose, it's great to live for others, but it's also great to live for your own purpose. If you are happy, you can make everyone else happy. If you remember in an aircraft, they always tell you, when the oxygen flow will deplete, the mask will come down. First put your own mask before you put the mask on others to help. That means that you have to be first happy. You have to feel good about yourself. Then you can help everyone around you. So realize that you are also important to yourself. We've always been taught to live for our families and for our children, but it's important to also contribute to yourself, because then you can be a better mother and you can be a better wife and you can be a better daughter. So please believe in yourself, believe in your dreams, fly high. The world is at your feet. All the best to all of you and lots of love.